Hello, welcome to this update for the severe weather. Very quick. So, yesterday we had a lot of slight risks carried around and severe weather, and today we still have this slight risk in Florida, parts of Georgia, South Carolina, also in Virginia and North Carolina. So, this marginal risk goes all the way from Louisiana to to southern Delaware. Actually, yeah. And parts of Florida, two in the southeast. So we do have 2% tornado threat in Florida, and also southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, Florida Panhandle, and southern Louisiana too. So be careful in those areas. A small chance of a tornado. There's 15% wind threat, the slight risk, and 5% as well. And hail, just 15% there in the mid-Atlantic spots of Virginia, North Carolina. So be careful. Thunderstorms are capable of large hail, severe gusts are possible across parts of the Mid-Atlantic and Southeast, especially from eastern Florida Peninsula to southeast Georgia across the eastern North Carolina, far southeast Virginia. So be careful. Those areas, there's day 2 already for like a marginal in Florida, Georgia, and southeastern Alabama. Be careful. Also, marginal in Montana. Be aware. There's wind 5% in both areas. Be careful. Some damaging wind gusts. 5% hail in Montana and the southeast as well. And 2% tornado Florida into Alabama and Georgia. So be careful too. Strong thunderstorms may impact parts of northern central Florida, adjacent southern Georgia and Alabama on Saturday. Additional strong thunderstorms impact parts of western central Montana. So be careful Saturday. There's Sunday still a marginal risk in Montana and North Dakota, spots of South Dakota, and this marginal risk from Mississippi to Florida. So be careful. Probability 5% in both areas. While these carries strong thunderstorms may impact the eastern Gulf region on Sunday, pose a threat for at least some risk of severe hail, locally strong surface winds. In addition, thunderstorms may accomplish strong severe gusts, parts of Montana and western Dakota late afternoon, Sunday afternoon and evening. So be careful. Those areas, day 4 through 8. Still nothing here, but we have other indications I'll show you. So excessive rainfall, the marginal spots of the southeast, and a marginal in the mid-Atlantic, like northeast. Still for Saturday, a marginal in the southeast and the northeast. For Sunday, a slight in the southeast, so it keeps getting heavier. Be careful. Monday, a slight in the southeast and all the way to Virginia. Please be careful. And by Tuesday, still shows a margin in the mid-Atlantic. So does show next 7 days here upwards of 5 to 7 inches still in Georgia and northern Florida and South Carolina. So please be careful in this big area all the way to Virginia, at least 3 inches. So stay safe. Some very heavy rain still, and some in the north as well, those storms and some snow as well. So be aware, some more precipitation in Canada scattered across southern areas, but this, gotta be careful for flooding. So this is nothing crazy, yeah, not really, but here for like hazards, that's good. So the hazards does show first time I seen this year, some hazardous heat in the southwest, so better watch for that in the heavy rain in the east, southeast. So stay safe. Let's see if there's something right here for the southwest. Already shows some moderate uh, excessive heat in parts of California, Arizona also, but especially near Southern California. Friday, Saturdays, some more there major, those reds, spots of Southern California into Arizona. Sunday, a little bit less. Monday, not really. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they diminishes, but goes into southern Texas, the heat risk. So be aware. Here's the her for those storms in the southeast. So let's see if I can manage this. So shows this small low pressure spots of the Gulf, those storms. Not really, it won't really become anything, but just to let you know, this goes and does get to 1009 millibars, like definitely not tropical, but just watching, you never know. The Europeans show the same thing. Those storms shows later throughout Sunday, spots of Florida, Georgia, some stronger storms. This already like Yeah, this Sunday 0Z, so this is the start of Sunday still. So this goes still that broad low pressure. Now we're back to Friday here. So this afternoon, more heavier in the south, and those stronger storms spots of Florida in eastern Florida, that low pressure in the northeast, more rain as well. So stay safe. There's like severe weather, some cape. Let's see if it shows anything interesting. So they're showing Florida, some more Cape Northern Florida, and especially tomorrow, Southern Georgia, Florida. Nothing that crazy, but it does show more in the panhandle close to 1,000, 2,000 joules per kilogram. Some spots there. So be aware. But let's just see again if there are any important warnings here. Some red flag warnings for the North Dakota, and more more flood watch in the northeast this time, so be careful, some heavy rain there. For the first time this year, excessive heat advisory, so be careful in California. So here, just to see interesting stuff, so if there are any outlooks here. So here, this outlook so still shows like, although there's that advisor there, shows day 6 through 10 below average temperatures, because yeah, that heat is going on now there, but later day 6 through 10, so below average temperatures across the west. Shows some above average temperatures still further east, and later still some below average in the middle of the above average, further southeast, some above average. So be careful, some above average precipitation, many areas still except southern Texas, day 6 to 10, day 8 to 14, kind of below average on the southeast and on the west, but some below above average in the middle, so that's below average, the brown, and some above average in the middle. So be careful those areas. Now for forecasts for those temperatures, does show some hundreds in southern Arizona, Southern California to 104 degrees, some 90s in Southern California, spots there, so be careful. Some May is as far north as the Midwest, some 90s in Florida. So does show here some 30s, 20s in the Rockies still. Be careful, some colder temperatures there, but still to 106, the darker areas, maybe even to 107, and be careful the heat indices as well, and shows to 102, 104 in Arizona, and more spots in California. It's already 92 in Montana, so May is 90s there, and also Florida. So be aware. During the night, kind of 30s the upper Michigan, and spots there, some forests, the northeast and northern Cascades, some 30s in the Rockies. So be aware. Day 3, some widespread 90s further north, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and some 80s, more 70s around the country, still in the 104, 106 in California, Arizona, Sunday afternoon. Monday morning, colder across the mountains on the west because of that trough coming the below average temperatures. And there's for still Monday afternoon, some 90s in the plains, spots of the southwest. But Tuesday morning it gets colder again in the Sierra Nevada, in the teens, and more cold spots of the mountains in Idaho, spots of Wyoming, Colorado, and Oregon, everything. But still to 100 in Texas by next Tuesday. Some May is 90s in the plains. It remains the teens, 20s in the mountains by next Wednesday morning. Next Wednesday afternoon, still even that could be even 105 plus southern Texas by next Wednesday. So be careful. Still next Thursday, very cold in the mountains. And then by next Thursday afternoon, still kind of hot in the east. Some 90s is 100 in Texas, and some 90s as far north as Illinois. So be careful. Those areas snow for 8 hours, a thing or two in Colorado, but nothing crazy. But long range snow does show more in the Rockies possibly. So if I put this until May 19th, it already shows much more snow in Montana, Colorado, some in Utah, in California and Oregon. So this pattern shift is it's coming, and the European even has in North and South Dakota. So they will go from having 90 degrees to having snow in less than a week. I don't say this will happen because this model changes thousands of times per day, but better keep watching. The GFS has like 0 there, so the European must be a little bit dizzy now. But just be aware in the Rockies that snow is coming later next week in the Cascades, Sierra Nevada, and the Rockies. Shows in Canada, still more northwestern territories, southern Alberta in the mountains, British Columbia, southern Alaska in the mountains, northern Alaska, some Arctic drizzle, and shows still uh, in Labrador, even to 82 centimeters of snow just next 5 days. More spots in northern Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, eastern Quebec. So be aware in those areas, and Nunavut, more snow there too. So stay safe. There's like temperatures, they're still colder in northern Canada. And northern Canada is actually colder than spots of Russia. That's interesting. But this goes, southern Canada is already much better. But does show spots like Nunavut still to -18, very cold in Alaska, Yukon, Northwestern Territory, spots of British Columbia, even Northern Ontario and Quebec. But southern Saskatchewan might get to 31 degrees Celsius Sunday. So this goes, shows spots in northern Nunavut to -21 still, cold across the mountains of the west, even on the east, southeast, some colder temperatures Sunday morning. This goes, southern Manitoba might get close to 35 degrees Sunday afternoon, and then still shows cold on the east, spots of the west Monday. This goes, remains warm on the south, southeast, but colder further north. So stay safe. Let's just see something here, if I can find it. So, of course I can find it. So, not here better. So, because we are watching this as well later into week 2 and week 3, the long range model already has some good guidance for more severe weather coming, spots of the plains, kind of Midwest, Mid-South, especially week 3, week 2. Better watch for severe weather again. So be aware those areas. Just let's see here if we can see something with this. So this goes, shows like this low pressure in the southeast bringing all that rain, and then this goes kind of a high pressure in the middle, but later next week they'll show this low pressure from the Pacific bringing those colder temperatures and that snow into next week. So we gotta monitor that in case it goes into the plains or something later on for severe weather. So it shows now those storms in Florida, even in Cuba and the Bahamas Monday. So be careful northern Cuba, and even the Yucatan, northern Bahamas. Be careful Tuesday, Wednesday, those storms. This goes Thursday. That shows some storms in the Midwest Thursday into Canada, but still shows some days throughout the 17th, May 18th in the Midwest, some storms. The European has more stuff May 19th of severe weather, but we'll keep watching. That's still far out. In the tropics, we're still watching the Eastern Pacific, that the European has somewhat more support today. The Atlantic is still quiet. It might heat up later into June or end of May, but the Eastern Pacific does have some more support from the European. So there's the tropical depression probabilities that show some stuff in the East Pacific, even to like 40% spots there by May 14th, and then they show like May 19th, even 40 to 50% spots there, the Eastern Pacific. So better watch, but if anything forms there, it might stay in the ocean. So we'll keep watching, but stay safe. And further south still shows 5 days in Guatemala, Mexico, some stronger storms, especially like in the Yucatan and southern Mexico, 200 millimeters, central Guatemala, northern Honduras, even to 90 millimeters. Still those downpours in Costa Rica and Panama further south. In the Yucatan, 97 millimeters, more in southern Mexico. Those downpours still shows rain in the Caribbean, especially further east in the Atlantic, spots of the eastern Caribbean, even 40 millimeters, some 19, 20 millimeters, some in eastern Puerto Rico, more spots in Hispaniola too, so be aware of the rain there. And the GFS is more in the southwestern Caribbean, And let's see if there are any temperatures here, because still like above 38 degrees in Mexico, 37, northwestern Mexico, very hot as well, and shows right next to California, in northernmost Mexico, to 41 degrees Celsius. So stay safe. Let's see, during the night it goes down a bit, and during the day again, Guatemala, still hot in spots, central Cuba, into Nicaragua, but let's see in Spanish too. Precauciones con esas temperaturas muy altas al oeste de México, en el Pacífico, más de 42 grados en unas zonas norte de México y en la Baja también, en más zonas. Muchas precauciones este fin de semana, principios de semana que viene, más de 41, 42 grados norte de México. Y más lluvias fuertes así algunos días sur de México, Yucatán, Guatemala y otras zonas. So be careful in those areas, those temperatures and everything, and later it might shift towards northeastern Mexico, as I showed you the temperatures in Texas next week. So even to 43 degrees already showing northeastern Mexico. So stay safe in those areas. Wind gusts are stronger in Ontario today. Be careful in the Hudson Bay and Nunavut. This goes there, northern Quebec, a finger or two in the Rockies in the US, in Idaho. The shows stronger in Atlantic Canada, some very high gusts. Be careful Monday. This is not Monday, this is like Sunday night. It shows in the western US strong gusts 40 to like the high 50s mile per gust Sunday afternoon. This goes still by next Monday, Tuesday, some strong gusts the southwestern US might crank up the fire danger again, and then shows still alright in Canada later next week. More stuff in the US. So stay safe. They don't have anything for fire now, but they do have those red flag warnings there in North Dakota. So stay safe.